Think about your employees. Which of them can you honestly say are smarter than you? Who among them you do not want to face across a chessboard, on Jeopardy, or in a crossword puzzle duel? The adage is to always hire people who are smarter than you. How well do you follow it? This adage still holds true, but not for the obvious reasons. Of course, smart people know a lot and can therefore accomplish more than others less gifted. But hire them not for the knowledge they possess, but for the things they don't yet know. Ray Kurzweil said that information technology is growing exponentially and our intuition about the future is not exponential, it's linear. In our experience, raw brain power is the starting point for any exponential thinker. Intelligence is the best indicator of a person's ability to handle change. It is not, however, the only ingredient. We know plenty of very bright people who, when faced with a roller coaster of change, will choose the familiar spinning teacups ride instead. They would rather avoid all those gut-wrenching lurches, in other words, reality. Henry Ford said that anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Our ideal candidates are the ones who prefer roller coasters, the one who keep learning. These learning animals have the smarts and handle massive change and character to love it. Psychologist Carol Dweck has another term for it. She calls it a growth mindset. If you believe that the qualities defining you are carved in stone, you will be stuck trying to prove them over and over again, regardless of circumstances. But if you have a growth mindset, you believe the qualities that define you can be modified and cultivated through effort. You can change yourself. You can adapt. In fact, you are more comfortable and do better when you are forced to do so. Dweck's experiments show that your mindset can set in motion a whole chain of thoughts and behaviors. If you think your abilities are fixed, you'll set for yourself what she calls performance goals to maintain that self-image. But if you have a growth mindset, you will set learning goals, goals that will drive you to take risks without worrying so much about how, for example, how a dumb question or wrong answer will make you look. You won't care because you are a learning animal. And in the long run you will learn more and scale greater heights. Most people, when they are hiring for a role, look for people who have excelled in that role before. This is not how you find a learning animal. Pursue virtually any job listing and one of the top criteria for a position will be relevant experience. If the job is for chief widget designer, it's a given that high on the list of requirements will be 5 to 10 years of widget design experience and a degree from Widget U. Favoring specialization over intelligence is exactly wrong, especially in high tech. The world is changing so fast across every industry and endeavor that it's a given the role for which you are hiring is going to change. Yesterday's widget will be obsolete tomorrow, and hiring a specialist in such a dynamic environment can backfire. A specialist brings an inherent bias to solving problems that spawns from the very expertise that is his putative advantage, and may be threatened by a new type of solution that requires new expertise. A smart generalist doesn't have bias, so is free to survey the wide range of solutions and gravitate to the best one. Finding learning animals can be a challenge. Jonathan's modus operandi is to ask candidates to reflect on a past mistake. In early 2000s, he used to ask candidates, what big trend did you miss about the internet in the 1996? What did you get right, and what did you get wrong? It's a deceptively tricky question. It makes candidates define what they expected, link it to what they observed and explore the revelations, and forces them to admit a mistake and not in the lame, my biggest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist sort of way. It's impossible to fake the answer.